Hello everyone, welcome back. Please comment, subscribe, folks. Comment, subscribe, like the videos. Also share the videos. I want to thank everyone that does watch, like, and share my videos. You folks are the absolute best. Listen, there's some links down in the description to a gaming channel, a sports channel, a reactions channel, also a Twitch channel. Go down there and follow those channels. Turn on notifications for those channels, especially for that Twitch channel. We do a lot of different things on this platform, and I want to keep you folks involved, and I want to, go back and forth with you folks again, especially on that Twitch channel. I'm going to be doing some live gaming, going to be having some fun. So, you know what I'm saying? I want you folks to be involved in that. I want to go back and forth with you folks on that channel as well. So, again, go down to the description. I'm also going to put it in the comments. The channels are going to be down there. I want you folks to go down there, follow them, turn on your notifications, and just get involved with everything I'm doing. So, again, I want to thank you folks for getting involved in that as well. So, with that said, it is now time to talk about the recent cuts that the New York Jets have made. Whoa. Listen, I'm going to start with Trenton Cannon. Trenton Cannon was a running back here who we drafted. Mac drafted him. He's a kid that, kind of came in, really great athletic ability. I'm talking about he was a speedster. He can run, from here to the moon. That guy was fast. He was blazing. But he just could never really find his niche. Couldn't really stick, for us offensively. We really couldn't utilize him effectively that way. But he did become a solid special teamer. You know what I'm saying? So we ended up waiving him recently. So hats off to him. I wish him nothing but the best, and I hope he, continues his career. But the Jets, decided to part ways with him, and we're just going to continue to move forward and find a guy, try to fill in that spot, particularly, especially with his special teams output. The next guy that we released, Brian Winters. Now listen, it's a little kind of perplexing, not to the simple fact that he got released, because I think we kind of all knew that this might be the last, go round for him, especially after we signed Greg Van Roten this offseason. We were thinking, he's probably going to lose his job to Van Roten. Van Roten's probably going to be a guy that's going to be brought in to, take his, beat him out and move forward. So we figured, hey, Brian Winters should probably be cut before free agency, because if you cut him, you save, I think it was $7.3 million, and then we could take that money, go into free agency, attack the market, see what happens. See if we can, maybe upgrade at pass rusher, maybe we can get a crack at a wide receiver, or, just something else out there that we need. We need a ton of stuff, but something else out there. Hell, we could have took that money and, put it on top of a little bit of what we already had. Maybe we could have went after, a better right tackle or another great offensive lineman. Who knows? So we were all kind of figuring that he would get cut around that time. And then when he didn't, it was like, I kind of started to warm up to the idea of maybe, keeping him around as a backup. Even though I know, paying $7.3 million to a backup is just way too much, I figured that that's what the Jets are probably doing, because he's still on the roster. He's still here, so lo and behold, they end up cutting him now. And some fans were saying, it's really late to cut him. That's kind of a sucky thing to do. He should have did before free agency so he can go find himself another team to be with. But boom, lo and behold, he found another team to be with real fast, and it was the Buffalo Bills. He went straight over there. He signed with them, so he is now a Buffalo Bill. So, interesting turn of events there. Brian Winters was the longest tenured Jet on the roster. The guy did his thing, but his time was up here. We all know he had multiple injuries. He tried to play through those injuries. A lot of those injuries hampered his play. There were times even when he wasn't injured that his play was kind of up and down. So we moved on. Again, we signed Greg Van Roten, who's going to be, in that position. And, I nothing but the best for Brian Winters. I have, nothing mean to say about the guy. A guy, again, that played to the wall for us, did the best he could, played with injuries and did his thing here. So, again, hats off to Brian Winters. I wish him nothing but the best in his future. He's going to be there with the Bills, and so we're going to see him twice a year. It is what it is. And so the last guy that we ended up, moving on from and releasing was Quincy Enunwa. Quincy, to me, Mike McCagnon really, this was another contract that at the end I think really bit us. Quincy was a guy that, man, he was unbelievably athletically gifted. I mean, he was a strong guy, a great runner, particularly, especially he got the ball after the catch. Dude, he was a monster. He was so tough to bring down. We would often see him just running through guys trying to tackle him. He's just running through them. He's just too strong. But then the injuries continued to rack up, and particularly when he got that neck injury, it was like, man, this guy, we don't know. He can't stay on the field. He kind of, is here and there. And then Max still offered him that extension. I think it was 2018. He gave him an extension. There was an injury clause in the extension that gave him, I think it was $4.1 million. So with us now moving on from him, because again, he's got spinal stenosis, especially coming into the season. So I didn't think he was ever going to play for us again. To me, I was just like, we can't count on Quincy to ever really be a full-time starter ever again. He's got spinal stenosis. The best thing for him would be, with all due respect, I think would really be for him to retire, because that is something you do not want to play with. One hit, one wrong move, and who knows what can happen. So. With us moving on from him, I think he still makes his guaranteed $6 million this year, plus the 4.1. I think he's made up to $20 million off of us since he signed that extension, and he only played one game under the new extension that we gave him. Ugh. Mike Maccagnan. Oh man, Mike Maccagnan. Whew. That was not a contract that necessarily worked well for the Jets, but I wish Quincy Enunwa nothing but the best. That dude was a warrior, a trooper, a guy, like I said, that there was just so many, just a lot of what ifs. Like, man, if he could have stayed healthy, what if he, what if we would have, gave him the ball more? What if he would have stayed healthier? What if, we could have moved on with him and he could have possibly have turned into, we don't know what could have happened, So, hats off to Quincy Enunwa. We moved on from him. We actually ended up releasing him. And, that kind of rounds out the cuts there. So I want to get you folks' thoughts on this. What are your thoughts about us cutting Trenton Cannon? How do you feel about us releasing Brian Winters? How do you feel about us releasing Quincy Enunwa? Are you, with Brian Winters, being gone now, are you as sold on Greg Van Roten as well? Because, I clearly think he's been the guy to be brought in to fill that guard spot that Winters, kind of vacated when he left. So I want to get your thoughts on that. I also want to get your thoughts on this wide receiver position. What are your thoughts with Quincy officially being released? What are your looks on it? How do you feel, what player do you feel is going to be able to kind of fill in and give, Quincy's spot a boost there now that he's gone? Who do you think is going to be our new, Quincy Enunwa as far as talent? Who do you think is going to be able to step up, step in, and play hard? So I want to get you folks' thoughts on that. You folks comment down below. I'll go back and forth with you. You folks have a good one. Peace.